Thank you so much. Reince Priebus is chairman of the Republican National Committee. Mr. Priebus, good morning to you.
Good morning, Savannah.
Well, the debate stage is set. Anticipation is high. Viewership is supposed to be enormous. And right center stage, Donald Trump as the runaway favorite of Republican voters. Is this how you thought the debates would start, and this would be how you'd be introducing voters to your Republican candidates?
Well, we certainly have a lot of them. There's no question about that, Savannah. And you know, look at the field. I mean, you mentioned one of our candidates, and he's been doing quite a job in the polls. But you got governors, you got successful business people, a neurosurgeon, you know, obviously members of Congress. So, look, there's a diverse field. It's a young field. Everyone brings a little something different to the table. I think it's going to be a great night, and that's really what we did anticipate of our party.
How do you explain, though, the phenomenon of Donald Trump? It's a matter of a couple of points here or there. He's doubling up the competition. No one is even coming close to him. One of the candidates, Rand Paul, called it a temporary loss of sanity in the Republican Party. Do you agree with that?
Well, look, you know, what I think is that there's a lot of people out there that are pretty frustrated with government. They're frustrated with both parties. And I think that, you know, Donald Trump's tapped into some of that. But I also know that it's early. I think Donald Trump knows it's early. Everybody understands it. I think it's going to be a long process. But ultimately, the real issue here is Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and the fact that the country's really not in a good place right now. And Hillary Clinton had a lot to do with it, and she's got a lot of questions that people are asking her, including, I think, yesterday the FBI is now asking questions of Hillary Clinton. So that's really, Savannah, what the focus is. We're not going to focus on each other. I think that you're going to see a Republican Party unified, talking about how to get the country back on track.
In fact, the FBI, according to a report in the Washington Post, is looking into the setup of her email server, and we're going to get a report on that in a moment. They are not looking into Hillary Clinton herself.
Well, I just want to say that, you know, I think anytime the FBI is sniffing around your computers in your home, it's probably not a good thing. So who knows what the FBI is looking at.
Let's talk about Mr. Trump and this final issue. Last time you and I spoke on this show, you said you didn't think Trump would mount an independent campaign, and yet he's still hinting at it as recently as Monday, saying that right now the Republican Party has been treating me well, but he won't rule out an independent run. So it's almost like he's dangling this out there. Be nice to me or else.
Well, look, I've had, you know, great communication with Donald Trump. We've had good communication with his campaign. We just don't see it. I don't see it. I think he's a person that wants to win, and obviously winning requires someone to run as a Republican against Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden or whoever it is. He gets that, and everyone understands that running as a third party is a death wish. And I don't see anyone doing that expects to be a winner in the end. They'll just lose, and he gets it.
And finally, there's been speculation, as I'm sure you're aware, that Vice President Biden might get into the Democratic side of the race. Would you welcome him to the race?
Well, look, I mean, you look at these numbers for Hillary Clinton, and if you're just a casual observer or an informed observer, and obviously something's wrong. Certainly, Joe Biden's far more likable. I mean, so I think when it comes to national cultural votes in America.
Is Biden a tougher opponent?
I think that he's probably tougher. I think Hillary Clinton has a lot of problems. I think she is an opponent that's easy to define. She's got a lot of problems being associated with the State Department that didn't get things done overseas. She's got a lot of problems generally. And if you look at the polling numbers, I mean, even women are really not even gravitating toward Hillary Clinton. So I think Joe Biden is someone that a lot of people, whether they like his politics or not, they like him. And likability, whether, you know, you can analyze politics all you want, likability is probably the #1 issue on the ballot.
Well, Republican Chairman Reince Priebus, I know you're going to have that popcorn out tomorrow night when the Republican candidates take this primetime debate stage. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Savannah.
We'll all be staying up to watch